So I'm going to show you guys how to set up your Harbor Freight spray gun. If you guys watched my last video, you should have most of these things, if not everything. And I've been getting a bunch of DMs on how do I set it up and this and that. And instead of going back and forth, I'm just gonna make a video for you guys. And I appreciate all the questions. I have a good time talking to you guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this right now. So yeah, we're gonna get started. And this is gonna be a video of how to set up your Harbor Freight spray gun, all the way from unboxing to getting it spraying. Because you can't just open it and then just start spraying with it, hook it up to your compressor, like it's gonna make a mess. So yeah, we're gonna unbox it right now. I just went to Harbor Freight to get a brand new one just so I could have a full unboxing of it. Because I have like 10 of these and you know, like I really didn't need to buy an extra one. But it's gonna come with this. I hate these things. If you don't want to spend the money on the PPS Cup kit, then go ahead and use this, but I'm not a fan of it. I throw these away. It comes with this little brush. You're gonna need this to clean it, very important. The instructions. We don't need any of this because you guys are watching my video, so you don't need any of this. Don't even worry about it. Throw this in the trash. Along with the cup, throw everything in the trash. This is what we want. So a big problem with these is that they come very oily from the China factory where they're made. And whatever Chinese people put a bunch of oil on it, which is fine, you know, you don't want this rusting on the way here. So we're gonna take this out. You're not gonna use this at all. You're gonna throw that in the trash. And we're gonna fully disassemble it and get started. Another thing I like to do right when I open the box, I undo this all the way down. I undo this because this is the built-in pressure regulator. You don't need this at all. We have an external regulator with a gauge on it. Always open this all the way backed out, right, until it clicks. And now we're gonna disassemble it completely. You start off by taking this knob completely all the way out. We're gonna take out the spring, take out the needle. Then we're going to take out the front thing. I don't know what that's called, but whatever that thing is called, we're gonna take that off. You can take this black thing off to clean it, but I don't like doing that because it has like some sort of like sealer or thread locker in it, and this is not supposed to fall out like that, but we're just gonna put it right back. There we go. And so yeah, we have a cup right here. I can't find something else to put some like alcohol or whatever cleaner in, so I'm just gonna sacrifice one of my PPS cups. It's fine. And we got the spray gun cleaner. You could use carb cleaner and it works the same and it's just fine, and it's half the price. But I like using this stuff since it's convenient. I just grab it at the Harbor Freight. So now we're gonna start off by putting all of these parts in here. Put all these parts in here. Spray some of this in there. Spray some of that in there. We're going to spray inside the spray gun. I don't want to do this here because it's going to make a mess. I don't want to put the oil back in there if I go like that. Like, I definitely don't want to do that. So I'll be right back in a little bit. Okay, so I cleaned this out. And I just realized this is supposed to have a C-clip on that, so just ignore that. And we're just gonna continue. I'll just take it back to Harbor Freight. They'll give me another one. They never give me problems to return anything. I wonder if the C-clip is in here somewhere. Hold on. Okay, so no C-clip. That's a L, Harbor Freight. So yeah, there's a C-clip that's supposed to go on there, like this spray gun. But I guess whenever they were making it in China, they forgot to put that on. But it's not a big deal because the needle goes in there like this anyways. And it's not going to be an issue at all. The needle goes in like that, and then, you know, this is never going to fall out anyway. So, all right, so we're going to continue. It's cleaned it out, sprayed it with this stuff on the inside. This is clean. You might want to scrub this a little bit more, but just to do this video, I'm just going to put it back together. All right. grab this stuff real quick. And this stuff doesn't smell as bad as reducer. Like reducer gives me a headache. So I'd rather use this or rubbing alcohol, acetone, or carb cleaner, one of those things. So yeah. All right, so the spray gun is clean. Now we're gonna assemble it. We're gonna go like this, put this back on here. Cool. Put the cap back on, put this thing back in here. It's actually not bad that it doesn't have the C-clip, because sometimes it gets stuck and you can't get the needle in there after like the second use. So I'm actually kind of like that. It doesn't have it. It's not really the biggest deal. I'm gonna put the spring in here. So it goes needle, spring, and then this cap thing. And then you have to press really hard with one thumb. Press with one thumb like that, right? And twist. All right, cool. And now we need a Sharpie. So I'm gonna grab a Sharpie. Got one right here. You have to press the trigger all the way down, turn it all the way in until it stops spinning with the trigger pulled. Until it stops spinning. There we go, like that. Then we're gonna draw a straight line like this. Or you could scratch a line on there. You could do whatever you want. But yeah, we just need a line right there so we know how far we spinned it. It's kind of hard to see. Let me turn the flash on real quick. All right, so I turned the flash on, and still kind of can't see, but yeah, I drew a fat line right there. And the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put Teflon tape on these threads. We got the Teflon tape right here. Let me actually cut out a piece. Tape is on. We're gonna put this in here. I don't go too crazy with trying to be perfect with like the Teflon tape or whatever stuff, because as soon as you're done painting, all of this has to come like right back apart so you could clean it. That's if you want to keep this spray gun, because you could use it up to like 3 to 5 times depending on how big the job is and how good you keep it clean. You could use these like a few times, but if you don't care, you know, you could just throw it away and just get another one, because they're really cheap. And I know they're not built the best, but they just spray so good, and I just enjoy using them. I keep buying it. I've been buying them for years. And all right, what's next? We got the regulator on there. Now we got to put Teflon tape on that. And I like to put the Teflon tape on here better, because this, I never really take this off. So I just leave this on here pretty much until the regulator looks beat up or stops working. I just really just leave this on there. Get it kind of tight. Don't go crazy tightening this, because those are plastic threads on that could break on you. And what's next? Oh yeah, we're gonna put Teflon tape on this too. I forgot about that. A little bit of Teflon tape on that. All right, so it's not the best job, but like, I'm gonna just get it together for you guys, just so you guys get the idea. Just do a better job at doing all this than me when you put the Teflon tape or whatever. Cool. Don't get it crazy tight here either, because it's all plastic threads. Cool. So we have that, right? Always make sure this is backed out. I've had times where I was having issues and I was like wondering like what it is, and it was just this was screwed in the whole time. Then we're gonna back out the fan all the way. Back out the fan. Just leave this completely backed out. And what else? Let's see. Oh yeah, the fittings. You could get a fittings kit like this that comes with a bunch of these. And I'll go ahead, I'll put a picture right there somewhere of the kit, what it looks like. And it's gonna come with the other fitting that goes on the hose itself. And I can show you guys that in a little bit. But we're gonna move on. Oh yeah, another thing too that I wanted to cover. When this filter turns really pink, which this one's kind of already pretty much done, you want to replace it, but I'm just gonna leave that there for the demonstration for you guys. But it's supposed to look like this. If it looks really pink, go ahead and replace it. I like to use these see-through ones because I'll put a picture of the ones that most people use, like right here. This is a see-through one, and I could actually tell when the filter is done, because like the other ones are sealed. Like you have no idea if the filter is like completely like wasted, like if it's done doing its job. So I like getting this see-through one. And let's see. All right, now I'm gonna talk about the PPS cups. I know mine are kind of dirty. Like, I don't recommend leaving them this dirty because then some of this stuff could potentially flake off and go on the paint. So try to keep these like cleaner than what I do. I've never really had that issue, but I'm probably gonna scrub these down, try to get them clean. And if I can, I'll just get a new one since they're really cheap anyways. All right, so for the PPS cup, the way you put it together, it comes in 4 pieces, right? Put this in there. That's called the liner. Put that in. Put this over that, right? Let me fill this up with water while I'm at it, so I could I'll show you guys how to set it up and how to get a nice spray pattern going. So we got water in there. We're gonna put the cap on, right? Put the cap on. You have to make sure this is like on there evenly and good, because then it's gonna leak. Put this on, right? And this is gonna clamp it. It's gonna clamp it and seal it, right? So there we go. That's that. And then you need to get the adapter at Harbor Freight, the one with the threads on the inside, because there's some of them that poke outwards, and you don't want that one. Not for the purple spray gun. That's for like other spray guns from other brands. Because you could use this PPS kit with a bunch of other spray guns. It doesn't have to even be a Harbor Freight spray gun. So yeah. Now we're gonna screw this onto here. Never put Teflon tape inside these threads, because this can potentially come in contact with whatever you're spraying, and it's gonna just melt it. It could make a mess, and then maybe your paint won't stick, or you'll get fish eyes, like who knows. So I never put Teflon tape on that. I just try to screw it on as much as possible. And I just put it kind of tight. I would take this and, you know, get it slightly tighter. And what's next? All right, so then for the PPS cup, this is a fake PPS cup. I shouldn't even be calling it that, but it goes like that, right? And then it clicks. And I realized that in colder temperatures, this top thing on here likes to break. So if you're in a really cold temperature, just be careful with that. That's just something to think about. See? It's on there. It looks like it'll leak. I know it sketches you out, but it's not going to leak. Just make sure everything's tight and you're good. See? No leaks, nothing. Pretty good. See? Cool. And that's pretty much it for the setup here. I'm going to go turn on the compressor, and I'll set up probably like a cardboard or something to try to show you guys what kind of spray pattern you want. This spray gun is very low CFM. It's only 6 CFM. So if you have a smaller compressor and it's only 5 CFM or like 4.5 CFM, you can get away with it. I have gotten away with this stuff. But the problem is that you could get striping. There's like just issues you could encounter because you're just running out of air, you know? Like the compressor's running out of air. But with this purple spray gun, you can get away with it. Like as long as you're not hooking up a DeVille bis to a 20-gallon compressor, then you're probably fine. You know, but if you're using this one with a small compressor, you're not gonna really have any issues. All right, so I have the air hooked up to it. Compressor's filled. I turned the compressor off because it's just gonna be too noisy for the video. All right, so the air compressor is hooked up to the spray gun. I turned it off because it's just too noisy. And I know this is kind of long and all that, but I just like that I could see like inside that. Just make sure that's this color and not that color when you're spraying. And now we're gonna set up the spray gun. Okay, so now you press the trigger halfway, right? And that's going to not release any fluid. You press it all the way, then it's releasing the fluid, right? It's water. And so what we're gonna do is press it halfway, right? We're gonna look at the gauge, and we're at 20 psi. You're gonna spin this knob until you're at 20 psi. If you're spinning this and nothing's happening, you probably forgot to undo this. So undo this from the beginning. Just remember to do that. And we don't have no leaks or nothing, so nice. So we're gonna go half trigger, get it up to 25 psi, fan open, and now I'm gonna undo the air just for a little bit, right? Undo the air. We're gonna go half trigger, right? Not full trigger because then all the fluid's gonna come out. Half trigger, and then we're gonna do 1 360 spin clockwise. 360 spin on this clockwise. Cool. Sometimes it's kind of tough to turn, but it's fine. So you have to make sure this isn't I would just do that. So this doesn't move on me. Cool. So now that we have that, I'm going to show you guys what the spray pattern is supposed to look like. Okay, so now I'll set up this cardboard here so I could spray on it and show you guys like what it's supposed to look like. We're going to do fan open. We are at 20 psi, and we're going to be around this distance away, around like that, right? Cool. So we're like that distance away, right? And then look at that. That's a good pattern right there. So then if you were to spray, you would do a 50% overlap. So you go like this. %, down, right? Let go of the trigger. Trigger halfway. Trigger all the way in. Let go of the trigger. We move down. Trigger in. Let go. So you're basically gonna do that, just faster, right? All right, so I thought the compressor was off, but I was wrong. So now I turned it off, and I'm gonna pick up where I left off at. So basically, it's like a football. It looks like a football. And you basically want that distance from like the thing I did with my fingers. Like that's just like what I've been doing. I don't even know where I picked that up from, but it's just something I've just been doing for a lot of years. Like that's kind of how I guess like where I want, that's kind of like where I guess like what distance I want from the spray gun to the panel. All right, cool. So now I was actually talking about the control coat, but then the compressor was starting making noise. So then you're gonna go like this, right? And this is only if you're spraying high metallic. If you're spraying a solid color, you don't really have to worry about this that much. So you're basically gonna do everything as normal, right? At the very end, you're gonna go from a distance and you're gonna go like, you're gonna blend it. This is gonna kill all the tiger stripes, because if you're spraying high metallic, you're gonna see a bunch of lines of flake, and you don't want that. You want the flake to be completely even. So then that's what the control coat does. So like that from a distance. It's gonna blend. And then if you still see the tiger stripes, which I highly doubt you're gonna see any, because this does a really good job at like reducing the tiger stripes. And if you still see any, just do it again from a distance like that with the flake. from a distance. But flake and all that stuff is for another video. But if you have a base coat that already has flake in it, then that's the way I would do it. So yeah, you have this PPS cup. It has all the measurements on there for you. Sorry about that, that's upside down. It has all the measurements for you. So then the clear coat is 4:1, right? So then I would do this. I'm gonna demonstrate with a water bottle. I just really don't want to smell any of this stuff right now. So yeah, I'm gonna demonstrate with the water bottle because like I really don't want to smell clear coat right now. I'm very picky with smells, like, but I don't know why, because I really like painting. So yeah, but I'm really picky with smells. And all this stuff, like, it's chemicals and it smells terrible. Okay, cool. So then if I was to mix some clear coat, right? I would go up to the 2 of clear, of the actual clear itself. Going up to the 2, a little bit more. I would go up there to the 2, right? With the actual clear from here, I'll go up to the 2. And then I would take the hardener. This is the hardener for the clear, slow hardener. And then I would go, pretend this is hardener. I would go up to the second 2, to this 2, right? I would go up to the second 2, up to this one right here. Bam, we're at the second 2. And that's pretty much the clear mixed, ready to go. Pretty much how you mix clear. And then you could add a little splash of reducer if you feel like it. And then we're gonna move on to the next thing. Oh yeah, so for very cold temperatures, you don't want to use like this kind of hardener. You want to use a medium. And if it's a very hot temperature, this is perfect for that. But you can still spray in the cold. I have a heat gun for that. It's not really recommended, but I do it anyways. To mix color, it's the same thing. Like, you just look at the mix ratio, 2:1. All that means, look, we're gonna do this again. All right, so we're gonna pretend we're mixing color. And I'm running out of water. Let me get another water bottle. So yeah, we're gonna go to the 2:1, right? We're just gonna go to the first one. Go to the first number 1. I kind of passed it, but you guys get the point. You go to the first one with color, and then you're gonna go to the second one with reducer. This thins out color, and every base is gonna be different. Not every base is gonna be different, but most of them. This one is specifically 2:1 mix ratio, but there's most base is 50-50 ratio. So you would, and this doesn't have that, right? You see it right here. This does not have a 50-50 ratio. So when I'm mixing a different base and it says 1:1, I go up to the 250, right? I go to 250 with color, and then I go to the 500 with reducer. So then that would be a 1:1 mix ratio. So yeah. And let me see. I'm gonna check my notes, make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm gonna spray with this on this kind of spray gun, and you want to spray some 0.004. You see how this says 0.015? This is like one of the bigger flake. I would not recommend spraying that in there, but you know what? I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna put a little bit of this in here and see if it clogs the spray gun, like just as a test. Let's see. Cool. So I put metal flake in here just because one of you guys on Instagram DM'd me and just wanted to see like what that looks like. So yeah, I got some metal flake mixed in there with water, and we're gonna spray through that and see what happens. Another thing I wanted to add, if you're gonna spray metal flake, you have to cut this out. There's like a mesh filter here. You might want to cut that out. Okay, so the flake does spray out of this, but I don't recommend it just because of the big chance of it clogging. So yeah. It will spray, but I don't recommend it. Get some smaller flake and avoid all the issues. Now I got flake all over my door. I'm gonna have to rinse that off. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it with this. Next review is gonna be on the Walmart spray gun, and making these videos is really fun to me. Like, I enjoy doing this. And I hope you guys liked it. If you guys have any questions, send me a DM on Instagram at Stansol. That's STXNCESOL. And yeah, guys. Also, like, help each other out in the comments. Like, if there's somebody else like starting out, like, ask questions in the comments. I'm sure somebody else is gonna help you in there. And if nobody helps you, just DM me. Like, I'll be glad to help you guys, because I know it's kind of impossible to like cover everything, but this is 95% of everything you need to know to get started spraying with this. It's really not that hard. It's just time consuming. The prep takes forever, but that's fine. And oh yeah, another thing too about the prep, you guys want to get a DA sander like this with the hook and loop Velcro stick on things or whatever. And you could get this at Harbor Freight. They look like this. I also went inside Harbor Freight and I took some clips so that you guys know like what this stuff looks like on the shelf. So yeah, you're gonna get sandpapers like this. If you're gonna be primering it, you could get away with 320 grit or 400 grit. So yeah, this video was mainly how to set up your spray gun, not so much about prep. But next video, you guys could expect like how to properly prep something. It's really not that hard. Like, all this paint stuff isn't really that hard. Just time consuming, and you have to love it. And other than that, like, you'll be good. So yeah, guys. It's also not that it's expensive. It can get expensive if you start buying a bunch of fancy stuff. I try to stay away from doing that. All right, guys. So I hope that covered pretty much everything. About 99% of the stuff you're gonna need. And this video isn't so much about how to prep, but more so how to set up your spray gun. I am gonna be making a prep video this week. And all I'm gonna do is just flip these doors and get started on the body work, because I am gonna be painting my whole car pretty soon. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, follow me on the gram, ask me questions on the gram at Stansol, STXNCESOL. I'm on TikTok too, but I'm not really on there too much. But yeah, guys, you guys could get results like this. There's no orange peel on this, and pretty much anybody would be happy to have something like this, to have this finish. So yeah, guys, thanks again for everything. All right, peace out.